Just a quick notice, if you happen to watch this video within the first 2 hours of the release, I'm currently live on Twitch, reviewing a viewer's ranked FACEIT tournament match on my Twitch channel. Link can be found in the description. If you want your match to be featured, only info can be found in the pinned message. Okay, so let's see. Nobody was by the big window. Jackal is pushing lobby. You're joining for Jackal. That's fine. The ace is outside. Okay. I don't see anyone pushing the tower. That could be an issue. If you're not going to open up the tower, the attic walls, then they will be able to play in the attic, and that's pretty strong position. And you will have to tunnel yourself through one door, and you usually don't want to ever tunnel through one door. Okay, bandit is in the attic. What I would like to recommend you, if your job is to hold the flanks, let me just put it a little bit back. It seems that your job is to hold the flanks right now, till... So what I would like to see is one drone inside of the meeting and just watching the flank. It's better off to have a drone watching the flanks rather than you pointing the gun. Because you're on kind of preferable spot. I mean, it's not super default spot, but you still can be pre-fired. But if you had a drone in the meeting watching, well, the stage and the whole meeting, then you can immediately see if you're going to be flanked or not. Hello, Jager Forgetty. Welcome to the stream. So that's the... Yeah, so I would like to have a drone there. Okay, you got the call that meeting is clear. I would really like you guys to see pushing tower. At least one ace charge you can use on it.
Oh yeah. A whole man says.
I mean, you could do this from the outside, by the way. But I mean, everything was cleared below, so... The only thing that wasn't clear is basement. And usually, people will roam in the basement. If they're roaming there, they will roam in the basement.
Okay, not holding the drone anymore.
I don't hear that if... Was anyone in the armory? I didn't hear any call that armory was cleared. Okay, Jager. And hello, Daniel. Okay, so this is the issue. If you're not going to push the attic, then anyone from the attic can push you easily from the door. So you're kind of in freeway crossfire. I will explain that a bit later. If you're going to open up this wall, then they can play on the hard right spot, like hard east spot. So even if you're going to open up this, like if you're going to open up this hole, you're not going to push away the attic defenders, because they can play very safely anywhere in the attic. That's why you need the breach on the attic wall.
Bandit's close. Bandit's close on breach. Very close on breach.
You're playing two dangers over here. Usually there is a defender over here. I mean, you hear the call that someone is by the breach, but I don't think this is worth. Like you will die if someone was holding the angle, especially if someone is behind the shield. Yeah. You're continuously exposed from the attic. You're playing too aggressive right now. But nice kill. But you were playing too aggressive. I don't know why this guy didn't pick you. He should have heard you. Is this really necessary to push it like this? Let me see if you had Vice Stairs control. If you didn't have Vice Stairs control, you can't do this. You don't have Vice Stairs control. You're playing too aggressive right now. I mean, it works this time. It works this time, but usually it won't work. Also, when you get the attic control, stay in the attic. You got everything under control to start the plant. You can start the plant. Can I see a little bit? So you were. I'm going to forward a bit more. I won't have a better angle. So you basically can plant over here with someone in the attic, and you most likely have someone by the bridge in the games. So there was no need to push Doc very aggressively over here.
Doc kid's hurt.
So yeah, you got how many kills? 2 kills, 3 kills actually, and all of them were not recommended plays. Yeah. I have a question, cause how many reviews have you done without this 69? Yeah, I know, right? I just got used to it, I guess. By the way, guys, if you have any question, feel free to ask, cause I mean, I will easily stop it. And let me just talk about this barricade. When your defenders never ever barricade the door behind the ace right now. Because if you're going to barricade it, then attackers will know immediately you're not going to contest them from the white stairs and the white hallway. And especially now I have seen this barbed wire. Like, what's the point of the barbed wire? Like, they learned that they have to place the barbed wire on the white stairs, and even if there was no barricade, you don't place barbed wire over here, you place barbed wire by the middle of the stairs. I'm doing great, Daniel. So that's kind of an issue, learning how to defend without reasonings. You don't need their barbed wire if you're going to put a barricade, but you must not use the barricade there. That's okay, you won the game. So basically so the first thing that you guys can do is push out Watchtower. Watchtower is very easy to push in the 4th stack. I can very consistently push Watchtower even in the solo queue. If I can do that, then I'm sure that you in the 4th stack can do that. After not doing that, you were too much aggressive, like you were peeking bandit over here, then you rushed through these, you rushed through the doors to kill the guy in the attic, whilst being constantly exposed on the white, top white. And finally, you pushed very aggressively, Doc. So I would like to see less aggressive from you. Like, aggressiveness is okay at a specific time, but not always. It's not going to. It's a very inconsistent play. You definitely have the mechanic, like you have the mechanics to kill people, but I think that at least from this first round, the reason why you're not going to rank up is because of the inconsistency of your play. Okay, so let's see the second round. The first round, you were Zofia? Yeah, you were Zofia. Now you're IQ, okay. Why would you go IQ? Why would you go Zofia on the top and IQ on below? If below is kind of okay. I mean, I would rather have Zofia for below. Like, you need to get rid of the deployable sheets in the blue. I don't see the reasonings over here. Echo was banned. Volker is not powerful over here. I mean, she's good, but not as powerful like on the coastline consulate. And I don't understand the reasonings behind picking Zofia in the first round when attacking. I mean, picking Zofia in the first round was good, but I don't understand why would you switch to IQ right now. You can wait a second, review. And I will tag you into Discord when I will review. Okay, so let's see. Commando, not G8. I mean, it's preference. Let me just 1 second see. Where was your drone? Okay, your drone was in the garage. So if your drone is in the garage, I wouldn't recommend pre-firing the kind of default spawn pigs, because you can easily see them with the drone. So it's better off to check with the drone if there is a sneaky bullet hole rather than just pre-firing them, because if you're going to pre-fire them, you will let them quote-to-quote know that you know they are there. But if you drone them out without letting them know, you can easily pre-fire them. Force of habit, yeah. So basically, if you didn't have a drone there, then it's good to pre-fire it. But if you can check with the drone immediately for a sneaky bullet hole, then it's better to check it with it. I have to ask. I wasn't sure from the previous round. Are you guys droning out armory, like the room above you? I think you push kind of the lobby stairs without knowing if someone is or is not in the armory. Not often. Yeah, I mean that's like 2 seconds to drone out. Yeah, I will recommend you, at least some of you, to drone that area out. Let me see one thing. Something that many people are doing wrong, or wasting time. So you have one drone, and you most likely don't have a flank drone in the meeting. When you were droning meeting, when you droned out meeting, I will put a flank drone over here and start droning with the other drone, because it looks like you're not going to do the bunker push or tower push because nobody is by the tower. So you really need a flank drone. And since you have already one drone in your pocket, leave this drone in the meeting for the flank drone, and then start droning with the another one. Usually someone checks late in the round. I mean, how late in the round? One more thing. I think I can hear your calls right over here, but if this is reinforced, you have to call that immediately, because usually this has feet levels. Why does this has the feet level is because of the, like, from the laundry and this little closet, I don't know how to call it, you can have one-way angles onto the attackers. So basically from the freezer, attackers won't be able to see you in the small closet, small laundry, but you will be able to see them, and that's one way of easily denying freezer push. Unless they can open up this soft wall with the Ash or Zofia, but still you won't able to, you won't lose anything with that Zofia or Ash charge. So if I were you, I would call that there is no feet level there. And I don't know what you're holding right now. Maybe you're holding for the Jackal, but I would rather call meeting. Because I'm pretty sure you don't have any info on meeting anymore. Do you have a drone, like, following you right now? You're not exposing, like, you need to be aware of the several angles over here. Okay, so someone can be proning over here, someone can be by the door frame. These 2 angles are pretty default. So you have to, just pre-fire this spot if you're going to face check. Even if you have a drone and you don't want to use it, pre-fire this spot. You will get a lot of kills.
Ella's holding freezer. She's not a great shot though, so I'm just gonna push that.
Okay. You haven't forgot that you were IQ, that's nice. Yeah, I don't think you guys have any info on the meeting. If someone was trying to flank from the meeting, I think you all will be easily flanked. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I think you guys don't have any Actually, Capito. I can't see where Capito is. Where is this? Maybe Capito is holding the flank. Maybe I'm just wrong over here.
Yeah. There's a shield around the corner, so be careful.
You kind of have a drone over, like, I don't know which one's drone is here, but you still have a drone. You can say Jackal to stop doing whatever he's trying to do and just drone out. There's usually a deployable shield over here. And the reason why you usually want to have feet levels over here is because, exactly, so you have shield over here, one angle, and people could be like hard right or picking you from the leg feet levels. How do flank drones work? Like, do I need a teammate to keep watching, or do I need... try to have your teammate watching the flank drones. When you're... I mean, if you're in a 5 stack, usually not all 5 people have to do something, so if someone doesn't need to do anything, let him be a flank watcher. Okay. I mean, okay, Jackal won the gunfight, which... Where is Capito? Because Capito could have easily got the shield control. Usually the deployable shield is like in advantage over here, but okay. The Capitao could have easily fired him out.
I can't see it. Oh yeah, I see it now.
Ooh, this was close, this was close.
They stopped the breach.
Okay, they're upstairs. Let me see if your guys going to attack again the same thing, because I don't think that's a consistent attack. You need to open up the attic breach. Because you're letting them to play in the attic, like top attic or bottom attic, very easily. But I like that you're putting your drones in the actually useful places.
You're coming down white stairs.
Well, you usually don't want to move your drone if someone is nearby. I think he can have an angle from like over here on your drone if he heard it, but he should have.
Bottom white as well.
This time you don't have drone in the garage. Let's see if you are going to pre-fire it. Most likely, well, since you said that it's like... Yeah, okay. But if I were doing this spawn peek, I will be proning, I think, not... Or... Yeah, I will be proning, I think, not standing. Fine. I mean, okay, nobody's most likely in the garage, but if someone was, he will get your drone immediately. So it's kind of better off to start droning from the safe place than enter with the drone. But I mean, you could easily assume that the garage was clear, so I'm just nitpicking. I want to see your your teammates' positions. What's the difference? FACEIT has a Pro League rule set. So it's literally Pro League, but well, people that enjoy playing a bit more competitive. And I think like there is way less cheaters. Yeah. Again, I would like you to have a drone in the meeting watching the flank instead of you actually holding the flanks.
Meeting is clear.
Meeting is clear. Okay, that's what you got to call. And you're not playing Zofia. First round you were playing Zofia. Yeah. You have to be aware of the basement. It's very often that someone plays in the basement. And by the way, I like this crosshair placement. Someone could argue about me, but if some defender is going to be over here, he's not going to be standing. He's going to be crouched. So I really like your crosshair placement over here. Well, have a good meal, Crumpier. Thanks for coming by.
They have a fast rotation for the kitchen out, so...
You really... You don't know if someone is in the basement.
No one near deep.
But okay.
Okay, Smoke's in there.
I just wanted to point out that you really like to face check it, then you start the drone. So yeah, it was better me to stop talking. Okay.
There's two offside that I can't find inside though.
No, nobody pushed the watchtower. I don't know. I mean, I said that previously. I didn't like expect you to win the previous round.
What the bandit's in the fucking closet?
Oh.
Close. How did you get there without me?
Where did your people die? I want to see how coordinated you are. So you had one in the big window, and the Capitao didn't die. Nomad. I don't know where Nomad is. Oh, someone is by the breach or closet.
How did you get there without me droning in?
You're way too exposed right now. Sure, you know that someone is a closet or breach.
What the bandit's in the
But when you get over here, you're exposed from pick any angle from here, even the rotation. I mean, sure, you want to get the like retrade, but I don't think it's worth. You're especially now like exposed from the rotation. I mean, you're kind of leaning on the wrong side against the top white stairs person, but yeah, I don't think this is worth of a retrade. I mean, this was 5 versus 4 for the entire time. I didn't even realize. Jackal is pushing him. Yeah, Jackal should have pushed him in your. Jackal should have played way better. Like he could have easily pushed him in your way. He just run away, like pushing out.
alibi freezer?
I don't know how guys are going to push this.
There's one for attic and Smoke's play. Okay. They shot it.
Yeah, just her. They can also impact trick this from the white, top white. If they can impact trick, and if they have impacts, then you cannot open up that. You're too much tunnel visioned. You're too much tunnel visioned. Like, at this moment, you're exposed from any attic place. From any attic place. Like, I don't understand why nobody was in the attic. Like, let me see.
Behind.
Okay, nice 3k, nice 3k. But I want to stop. Okay, so they can be playing over here, or they can be playing by this half wall fence. And if there was any of the defender there, and there is no reason not to be, because they know that you're not going to open up the attic walls, you will be dead. But nice 3k.
Behind.
Yeah, instead of actually calling immediately, he said, "What the?" Yeah. So yeah, that's a bad habit. Try to figure it out. Like try to fix it. I mean, it's not going to cost you that much, but it will eventually cost you.
I can't ping him, mate.
And you're again kind of face checking instead of droning.
Okay, he's run away.
What did you ping up there?
White stairs, there's so much barbed wire on white stairs.
Zofia is tower outside. Nomad was always big window, if I remember correctly. And yeah, you guys don't have any more hard breacher, so yeah, that's a very good. That's a smart idea to rotate. And you have 2 smoke grenades most likely. If Sinora has smokes, then you can still do something out of it. Nomad is the random silver. That feels bad. I mean, that's kind of how FACEIT goes. Like, it's... I mean, yeah. I don't understand these 2 barbed wires. Why would you need 2 barbed wires? And this barbed wire can be destroyed from the very safety. From the outside, this barbed wire is good. So the middle barbed wire is good, the bottom ones is bad. Like, no point of it. Like, Zofia can literally destroy, yeah, from very safe. So even when Doc was watching Zofia, she destroyed the barbed wire.
I did it.
You don't have... Yeah, okay. I will use that Gary drone, by the way. Hey, you're playing kind of too aggressive. If I were you, I will ask your teammates if you guys have drones. And to drone out kids... So I would like to drone out kids, dorms, and possibly games. Okay, someone is at the games. There was no point of like actually playing very aggressively over here. The issue, I mean not the issue, the reason why I would like to clear out this room, dorms, and the kids is because you most likely have smoke grenades. You can smoke off this angle and plant in the corner. That will be my ideal play. I wouldn't like to have anyone repelling because you 3 will be too much separated. So you will probably hold here the rotation, big window will cover up the planter, and the planter will plant in the corner. That will be the optimal play over here. And now Jekyll is pushing, yeah, you should have both pushed in the same time, at least if you are going to play aggressively.
Oh, I thought there was only one alive, I wouldn't have jumped.
And now Zofia is going to give 1-on-1, yeah. I guess they are playing basement. Oh, now you guys are playing bunker and the tower, but you're not playing tower, you're just playing bunker. For this kind of push, okay, you need to be down there because of the shield, but someone has to push, or 2 people have to push the tower. Because you're giving them too much free space in the pipes. If nobody's going to push. So you need one by the tower stairs. Like, you need someone over here watching the pipes. It's pillars. Why I'm saying pipe? It's pillars. I don't know. Don't mind me. I'm doing fine. It's kind of hot over here. Okay, so what I would like to see is someone watching your door from like this side, whilst you're wasting the shield over there. Because I guess you will most likely run a bit more aggressive to destroy the shield, which you should do, but you cannot do that if the door is not safe. And nobody's covering the door. Okay, you're kind of. Imagine if this guy picked you a bit earlier. You both will die. How are you, Spartan, by the way? Oh, smoked. No, okay, I guess you want to throw a drone, but yeah, I mean you need someone to cover up the default runouts, and this was from the not pipes but the yeah, my brain is melting. Yeah, you need to cover up. Nobody must come from this door if you're going to waste the deployable shield. And Jager and you could have died. And also, if someone was by the tower, then that kind of aggressive will be easily stopped. So, since I'm over here, I can explain how to attack the bunker. So you need to push bunker, you need to push tower, and you need to open up the hatch. With the hatch, you can have angles on behind the. My brain stopped working. There's a giant like wall over here. Sorry, my brain stopped working. So from the hatch you can deny this place, and from the tower you can deny the other part of the other part of the wall. Is it me or that Penny plays really aggressive for the defender? It's not aggressive because he expects Ash to destroy the shield. Pillar, yeah, pillar, Steph, thank you. So if you're expecting Ash to destroy your shield, you can be a little bit aggressive, and he did perfectly well. Especially that the attackers allowed him to. Okay, so you have 2 people pushing bunker and 2 people pushing watchtower. I would like to see you destroying with the Ash charges the barbed wires. Yeah, it's pillar. I will probably forget it in like 2 minutes. Like, it's very hot over here. Sorry, guys. Talking about the tunnel visioning, like, you don't know if someone is by the hallway. So even if someone was by the freezer or by the double door, they could easily push you out if you're moving down to the barbed wires. Because as a defender, you don't want to lose this position. This is a very important position to keep in control. And they can play very aggressive onto you. You still don't know if someone is by the hallway. That's a huge tunnel vision. There's Malusi, okay. Do you have a drone? I don't think you have a drone. Your drone got destroyed. I want to see where your teammates are. You most likely have Capital. You have probably Capital full utility, and you have a Ash charge. You still can do something. Okay, so Termite is tower, and I guess where's Capital? Capital is dead. So they are done in kitchen. Okay, I guess correctly after the second try. Okay, so for all 6 rounds, the same counter spawn peeking. That's nice. If I were you, this was always done in the Pro League. Open up the top part of the double door and destroy the camera. That's something you always have to do. Hibana is on the top, so I guess top floor is clear. This looks... Is this castle barricaded? Oh, you can't do this. You don't have any. You definitely don't have any intel on in this small tower. You wouldn't be pushing like this if you had. So you don't want to push in a room that. I mean, this is usually open in the higher MMR game because there will be. Well, Maestro will be playing over here. He can deny the tower push as well as he kind of has the control of this long hallway. Speaking about I will most likely comment that long hallway a bit later. Yeah, that is a castle barricade. That's great. That's great for you. What you want to do is, let me see. So what you want to do is open up this one. From the top, you can push from the top. You can push out. Maestro, and you will need and you need to open up this window. You just, I think, melee it once, but you need to open it fully and have a player around the bus covering up the long angle all the way to the bottom Y stairs. I have seen Nello doing it, and that's a pretty neat angle. I got eat, dude. Have a good shot. Thanks, man. Have a good meal. So, yeah, this guy will cover up the flanks. From the top, you can easily push up Maestro, and because of the breach, and you have smoke grenades, you can easily plant. So the moment you clear out Maestro, you can start planting, and they cannot deny you. Even Maestro cannot deny you. Maybe Melusi has C4. Maybe Melusi actually can, but she has just one C4. Okay, Thermat destroy the wall. I mean, you're holding okay angle because you don't have anyone by the window, but I will prefer having you droning. Like you're now doing kind of nothing. Like you need to somehow push out Maestro. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of the top floor angles from the office towards the toilet. And playing against Maestro in this position is kind of, I mean, Maestro is going to win every gunfight. Welcome back, Jager. So you definitely want to start droning, or someone has to. I don't think anyone new is kind of droning right now. Yeah, Maestro got a 2-kill.
He's prone. It's a really horrible angle. He's like 15 health. I told you before.
Okay. Okay, Vigil just passed. Damn, that lucky timing. So in this round, nobody of you actually tried to push Maestro. You were trying to contest Maestro against the Alda on his superior position. Like he picks when he will pre-fire you, and he has 81 bullets. You have to push him from a bow. Yeah, that's a correct one. The other wall has to be reinforced. It is a 4-stack. It is 4-stack on FACEIT. Usually in the higher MMR games, this is open and this is open. So leg levels and the rotation over there. But this is also fine to reinforce. But the leg levels are there because from the kids you can very easily deny ethic. And they cannot. That's again another one-way angle.
But I do think that if you're cheating, it's stupid to put a cheater down in lane. And I'm not saying he's cheating.
Are we going AFK? I mean, if you are going AFK, at least prone. Whenever I'm going AFK, I always prone. I guess that's kind of the safest. You see, Jager. I was telling that, like, Jager is roaming downstairs. You'll be roaming downstairs. But when you were attacking, nobody cared about the downstairs, like basement. Like that's kind of an issue. You know that you are roaming downstairs, and why don't you expect enemies to roam downstairs if you're roaming downstairs? Or you're just trying to guess, oh, nobody's going to be downstairs. Because if you're going to guess, that's a really inconsistent play.
I actually quite like these valve cams.
The Funky Monkey and Razor, thanks for the follow, mates. Then we are getting so much viewers and followers. Okay, at this stage, I would. I want to see if okay, Volker is on the cameras. That's good. Someone has to be on the cameras during the early round.
He just knows where the cams are as well. Ash is in trophy.
Also, I don't know if Jager is in your stack or he's the silver guy, but this seems like you guys don't know, like, when you're roaming in a two-stack, like dual roaming, you guys want to always know what each one is holding. Like, you checked, you try to go to the freezer, that just shows me that you guys are just roaming randomly. But roaming should not be done randomly. Like, Jager should have, like, Jager has to cover some angles and you should cover some angles. He's in our stack, yeah. So when you're roaming with your stack, try to play a bit more coordinated. If you're unsure where your roamer is, then that's kind of an issue. For if this is your like if this stack is kind of a new stack, then it's fine. But you have to build up the chemistry of your team. Like you need to expect what your teammates are doing, even if they're not calling. Also, when you're at this moment, you're going in the rooms that there are possible flank drones. There is a possibility that flank drone is on the top of the boxes there. And if you're going to the meeting, I'm interested to see if you have to check for the flank drone default spots. Like flank drone can be over here and over here. These are two kind of default flank drone spots. Like on the top of the wardrobe. But that's very important as a roamer to see if you are being like spotted out from the drone.
Maestro's lit. Not Maestro, Maverick.
Okay, know that there is Maverick. Jager is so freezer. So if Jager was freezer and they're pushing white, what I would like to do is push. I will push for the dining. Like he can make loads of sound. He can make, I don't know. He can like tunnel vision attackers to himself while you're doing the flank. Cause right now you guys are holding the same angle. So Jager is holding from the freezer, like like this is Z. I may just put it another color. Look, Jager is holding this, and you're holding like over here. This is pretty much the same angle hold. So they can pass. They can come to you if they don't come to the Jager.
One trophy, one window here.
So this is again showing that you need to be aware of what your teammates are holding. Okay, two of your guys are roaming, 2 in the anchor.
Came in white, sound cool?
Okay, that's good. You didn't want to destroy with the bullet. That's very good. So if you want to flank up there, you either want to wait them to do some huge noise, or you want to ask your teammates to do some huge noise. But I think you will eventually try to flank up there. Especially now that Bandit is going to die. So now you have most likely just one anchor. In this situation, I would like to check where Jager is. Welcome back, Toast. So Ash is in. You should ask now your teammates to do some, like, shoot randomly. Actually, Jager is kind of, maybe not. Actually, maybe not. Because Jager is also roaming, okay. And now playing smoke. Usually, here's rotation, here's reinforcement. Why is that? Because if you have a shield like over here, and you most likely will, you can way safer rotate it back to the safety and then reinforce both of it. So yeah, consider to open up here rotation and reinforce this one. I mean, it's not much. I mean, with this reinforcement, let me see if I will be able to tell you something. Okay, I will probably be able to. So with this reinforcement, let me just go a little bit back. What this reinforcement actually gives you, like benefits you. So here's somewhere the freezer door. So if they get the control of the freezer, somehow you still will be able to play in the blue. But they shouldn't be able to get in the freezer in the first place. And if they are going to get in the freezer, then that just means that they're not going to push the blue. Because freezer itself requires loads of manpower. And if they're really contesting freezer, then there is no point even to contesting blue. Toast, have you ever watched FPL, the EU 10-mans? That's a very similar thing. Speaking about the shield, you usually put it a little bit back, so you can place an ADS over here. The issue of placing the ADS over here is not that it can be destroyed. There is no way that the attackers will get over here and destroy it. But the issue here is that Kali or Thatcher, if you have put 2 ADSs over here. With 1 charge can destroy both of these. And if you have 1 ADS over here and 1 ADS over here, then Thatcher will have to use 2 MPs, or Cal will have to use 2 Kalitar to get rid of the ADSs. So it is not. So usually always put a little gap between the shield and the walls so Jager can put the ADSs. Yeah, FACEIT is probably way better than ranked. I mean, but as you have said, the issue is that not many people are playing it because the games are way longer. Like you will have to waste quote unquote at least 1 hour of your daytime, if not more. And plus there's a queue time, as well as you have to make yourself the lobby, and still you can get some bad players. But overall, I will recommend everyone to play FACEIT. Okay, so I want to see where your teammates are. So Jager is kind of roaming, 3 people anchoring, 1 in the freezer. Okay, you have 1. Okay, reinforcement is 2 backup. I won't be playing aggressive, and okay, I mean this barbed wire is okay-ish. What I would like to see is someone by the staff will say, I forgot. It's not pipes, it's these. Yeah, my brain stopped working. Let me scroll a bit. It is pillars. Yeah, Steph, thank you. Okay, I'm going to add a comment later on for pillars. So you need, with this diploma shield, you need someone by the pillars and you yourself. I can after this round, just remind me to go to the blueprints to explain you a bit more advanced strat, how you can even heavier hold like the blue. Make a sticky note. I mean, I have to. Okay, freezer push. Someone called freezer. Okay. Many people are doing this wrong. You have Valkyrie. Can I ask you, where are the Valkyrie cameras? And I'm 100% sure you won't know. Don't know where the Valkyrie cameras are. You didn't check like at all where the Valkyrie cameras are. You need to make sure that you know what your dead teammates can see. If there is a Valkyrie camera outside of the blue, if there is a Valkyrie camera by the tower stairs, you don't need to cover up this anymore. You can hold up the freezer push. The dead guy can cover up the blue. Here Valkyrie cameras, but do you know where the Valkyrie camera is? I mean, you have no idea. That's the issue. Even the copper guy can place in the middle of the blue.
How does he win that? He's on a table.
Valkyrie is the random. I have no idea. I was banned. What do you mean? I'm not. I'm not sure if you're talking to me or someone else.
I'm dead. So. What?
I mean, I'm just trying to tell you that you have to go to the cameras, especially in the late round, to see which cameras are on, and then you have to ask your teammates to be on the cameras so you can play some other places. If there is a camera like in the small, like in the T1 in the tower, you don't need to cover up the blue anymore. If they're going to push the blue, they're going to push the tower as well. It's better off to hold freezer and the laundry, especially that nobody's in the laundry, than holding blue that might nobody push. I mean, Volk said a word that it works for his rank with the breaching charges, if I remember correctly. Ooh, full ban, thanks for the subscribe. Thanks mate, it really means more to me. Let me just see if this was calculated. And this was okay, because it is 2 versus 4, you have to play a bit more aggressive, but I'm now more interested in the reinforcements. The reason why you don't want to reinforce this one is because you can play from over here or over here, and you can have one-way angle onto the freezer. And this is especially powerful if you have a shield over here. Then you can have crossfires like over here, and there is no way that they can push freezer without them opening up destroying the shield. You don't have smoke, so I guess you are going to. I would like to see you bandit tricking these walls if blue push is happening. Like, if you're going to bandit trick the walls, then this is great. So if you're going to bandit trick the walls, then the only way to counter the bandit tricker is with the frag grenade from the hedge drop. Yeah, just spawn peek every time. Works 1 out of 10 times. That is literally what I said to him. Was that Nitro used for the rotate Omega? Actually, it probably was. Now let me see the barbed wires. I love to comment. Where was the first fire bar? Okay, this is maybe okay if you have every other barbed wire in place, but you don't. So you need a barbed wire either by the bottom of the tower stairs or the top. So okay, let me just go slightly bit back just to let you guys know how to use the barbed wire. And how to use that in the attacker's position. Okay, nice. So if you're not going to play by the stairs, then you put barbed wire over here. But if you're going to play like aggressively over here with the smoke shotgun, then place the barbed wire over here. This works the same as an attacker. If you see the barbed wire over here, you immediately know that someone is over here, and reverse. The reason why you don't want to have barbed wire over here and play over here is because if you're going to play with a shotgun, you will constantly be moving left to the right, and the barbed wire will make the sound. His wall cameras were top of the tower stairs, 1 top counter at the bottom main stairs, and 1 floor in the freezer. I mean, I guess the tower stairs was fine, and this is so helpful. Thanks, mate. Thanks for the follow as well.
If I was them, I'd push construction and go straight through that.
I think I commented this on your vigil round. Let me see how you're going to the tower. Let me see if... So you're not watching for the flank drones again over there. I guess you're not still in the habit of watching it, or you never thought of watching the flank drones, and the flank drones are usually over here, or over there, or behind this. In the Platinum higher, you have to watch for the flank drones, default flank watches, default flank drones, not watches. Also, you're kind of positioning yourself to die. Like if they drone you out, like, and if they open up the T1, there is no way that you can rotate back. And let me just go slightly bit back. Better way of positioning yourself is to play over here at the start of the round, unless your actual plan is to suicide in the tower. But I don't think suiciding in the tower is the right play. Your best play as a roamer is to play over here, get the early drones droning you out, and then you can go either in the meeting, dining, or tower. But notice how you have more options playing over here rather than playing in the tower. If the tower doors are opened, you're stuck in the tower, and you will play there till the death. But okay. So if you're very drawn out and the tower doors are open, you're pretty much stuck. You're playing till the death. Which can be okay, but I don't think that was your initial plan. Especially that they were pushing freezer. More like an info for defenders. So they're pushing freezer. I don't think anybody is going to push you out. Goyo is in the freezer. Bandit is maybe going to help Goyo. I mean, it's still early to do the round. You still can't flank. But it will be nice, like, you are in the stack. You definitely can ask someone to open up this wall. Like, that's the actually a huge reason why you need smoke, mute, or someone with the impact. So you can make rotations, not just in the side, but as well as to roam a bit better. If you had a rotation over there, you could already start flanking them from a kind of less expected place. If you're going to push them through the green hallway and the dining, there will be flank drones there. Trickmain and Co1R1, thanks for the follow. And yeah, like, you're now contesting the unknown angles. I mean, there is not a way to flank, but yeah, if you get a rotation on the top, you will be a bit safer to flank.
That makes sense. loads of people main.
This lagged. Okay.
That happened.
Anyway, let's go to the game. So you are Vamai. I mean, you and your team and your attackers, enemies, were kind of doing like not traditional pushes, like freezer push and the just bedroom push. So I guess having a shield in the attic, as much as it is default, maybe it's not recommended for here. Again, you have Jager, put the shield up a little bit back. Not only that you will be able to cover it up with the ADSs, but you will have pixel angles onto the trophy as well as onto the top lobby. What if that's actually a good meme. It's bad placement, team kill. Yeah, so you need a barbed wire over here since we are talking about the barbed wires. Maybe next stream will be called How to Place Barbed Wire. Okay, your team doesn't have any shotgun. Your team doesn't have any shotgun. It didn't have previous round. Yeah, C4 was again used. You need a shotgun in the team. Like you're a 4-stack. Someone has to play mute, smoke. Kaid, Goya with the TSG at least. But you need a shotgun. C4 poggers. C4 is more poggers if you kill someone, not for the. So you basically use 2 C4s for 2 rotations. Yeah, that's not the usage of the C4s. That's maybe for the solo queue, but you guys are in the 4-stack. So, someone has to understand how to play smoke mute. I mean, I said you play the guy with the Goyo, play with him with the TSG. Ceiling cat, yeah. I mean, barbed wire, as much as it is simple, it is very hard. At least Whoop Whoops, the Melusis gadget, you cannot screw it up. Speaking about the C4s, you can open up this top part through the C4 from the trophy all the way to the from the attic through it to the trophy.
I think there's one main window.
I mean, Oryx also works, but kind of Oryx doesn't bring too much to the team. And if you had a shield a little bit back, you possibly could destroy the drone, because the drone is possibly in one of the corners. I mean, that's kind of sad info. It's kind of dropping the FPS, but okay. I want to see where your teammates are now. Okay, this was not good pick, but you didn't check if someone was holding the angle from the top lobby. This is okay. If you knew that nobody was holding the angle from the top lobby, but it seems that the ace was there as well, so I don't know. I'm not sure. You see, this ADS won't be able to save your shield. But you're doing a very good job over here. Oh, your shield is getting destroyed. ADS can get the ace charge, so your shield still will be on the same place if you have put the shield there. And you most likely will be able to stall even for the 20 to 30 more seconds because of the magnet coming in 20 seconds. You don't want to pick this anymore. You are in the 5 versus 4. What you can do is play like close over here. Someone is playing in the attic since this is getting opened, and someone is playing in the top white, and another 2 people are like playing safer. You don't want to give them the man advantage. Okay, let me see how did you die. Then I'll check the Twitch chat. There was a. Yeah, you don't need to hold very aggressive angles. Let me see the chat. Everything okay. So that I'm sure about the shield placement, but that might be just. The ship placement was okay, but usually, let me see if I can. Usually it is placed like. Let me just. Usually it is placed like over here or over here. So from the kids you can deny the push. Okay, let me see next. Zophie, serious question. Why do some people say that barbs are second worst? Barbs are, I mean, it's very dependent on the situation. Usually it is C4 versus shield on the top place. Then bulletproof camera is also very useful in the stack. That's second place. Impacts are sometimes required for the impact tracking. And then what do you have left? You have proximity and barbed wires. So yeah, barbed wires are in the bottom tier. I mean, barbed wires are required just because they are not as powerful as shields are, or I don't know, as impacts are. Sometimes they are still required on some places. That's very important to know. Even if they are in the bottom tier, that doesn't mean you don't need them. Look at the operator lineup. You don't need. Let me see the operator lineup. Look at the operator lineup. You don't need Jager and Vamai, and why you have Malusi. I mean, this is an okay lineup minus. Yeah, I will play with. I mean, you can have smoke instead of, I don't know, Valkyrie, or instead of Malusi. You definitely don't need Vamai, Jager, and Malusi. I mean, it can work, but you need to bring shotgun somehow. Malusi with Vamai and Jager is very strong, like, because they won't be able to destroy your like whoop whoops or the Malusi's gadget. So this is an okay lineup if they picked instead of Bandit or Valkyrie as shotgun. Okay, let me see next. Jager, okay. Defender should be able to throw deployable shit like this. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's Gauthier tag and Melusi is no entry denial. Melusi can be used for utility. Melusi is usually used for the intel dump. Like Maestro is also used for the utility dump. The good thing about the utility dump is if attackers cannot destroy it, then it's great. But Maestro is also used for the utility dump. I wish there will be half-wall mechanic. What do you mean with the half-wall mechanic? Yes, but not primary. Bring the shotgun with the Jager. Yeah, sure. Never bring Jager. I mean, you can bring Jager shotgun on the stairs, like on the banks, let's say. Are you a professor? Not right now. I will. Next year, I'm going to be in the third year of the college. Maths and physics. And by the way, thanks mate for the follow. I appreciate that. We are having the most viewers. Like, thanks guys for coming by. And by the way, guys, if you have any recommendation, like feedback, even if it is a critic, just let me know. As long as it's constructive. Like I can't get better without your feedbacks. I usually watch my review, my VOD after the stream, for 20 to 30 minutes to see if I can get something better. But it will be way better if you guys could tell me what to do better, if there is something. Full maybe pay to win. Best utility dump up in my opinion is Goyo, but he's barely used. He's barely used in the rank, that's true. But in the Pro League, he's used a lot in the Oregon, because Oregon is one of the best utility dump maps. Cafe is probably better. I would say Cafe, then Oregon, then Villa are the dump, the 20 seconds meta maps. And that's why on the Oregon and Cafe you usually need Zophie and Ash. Not because they are favorite operators, but because they can destroy the indestructible stuff from afar. Yeah, exactly. Go is still very strong in the proper hands, but in the proper hands. This barbed wire is useless, jammer is useless, because of the hedge on the top, which is not jammed. If I saw correctly, there is no jammer. Is there? Yeah, there is no jammer.
Rotation here, maybe? Didn't ever run it.
Oh, you get a shotgun. You had two shot. Wait a second.
Is there one in freezer?
Did me just call out to open up it? And I don't agree with this deployable shield. Like, if the hatch is open, you lost two ADSs, jammer, barbed wire, deployable shield. Usually, I think you guys like my usually. Usually you want to put the deployable shield on this desk, and then you can stand peek the laundry, and this deployable shield cannot be seen from the hatch. That is usually. I look forward to chaos sourcing the heck out of the barbed wire placements. Well, I kind of already did, so this barbed wire placement is kind of bad. There is one more barbed wire remaining for the Jager. This hold will be. Even if you want to hold like this, you don't need the deployable shield. You can just hug the wall as a shotgun and just peek when someone is nearby. There is really no need. There's really no need to have a deployable shield. Many people misuse barbed wires. I would say even 90% of the people misuse barbed wires. Why would you need two people playing against the same angle? You literally can shut down this push with just one shotgun, as long as the hatch is reinforced. Like, you're now using two people, loads of utility, for a push that never, ever happened. Freezer push always happened. I mean, there's a jump coming. Maybe they will push from there. But I would like to see you playing in the freezer, because you're smoked. You can delay that push very easily. Okay.
What timing? Pre through that.
Yeah, it's pretty much that knocks. When they open the hatch, they lost pretty much everything. And the deployable shield that I suggest is way better.
Right.
And again, you can play very close to the doors with the same reasoning. Thermite is opening something. Is it the freezer hatch or the freezer wall? Probably the freezer wall. Barricade and barbed wire laundry door and play. I barricade and barbed wire laundry door and play the hallway with a shield. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not sure about the bar. I don't know where you're placing the barbed wire, but that's actually a good idea. Like, the laundry push is not anymore that strong, because they have to get into this open area from 3 angles.
Why is nobody holding big tower?
Nobody holding big tower. Yeah, that's a huge yikes.
Nice.
How can we hold big tower when we've got freezer and main push?
I mean, you guys probably had a big tower camera from the Valkyrie. That's the diffuser. That's very important to call. You probably did that.
One pillar.
One is pillar. How did you die? What? Oh, what? How could IQ get there? What was Jager doing?
There's two here.
Oh, this was easy round for you guys if IQ wasn't there. So you knew that one was in the pillar and the other guy, well, couldn't be there. But okay. I mean, feels bad. So what I will recommend you in the attack is to work on the flank drones. You need to have a flank drone and try to assume that the basement is clear or a part of the map is clear, and make your plans more into, like, you need to have more consistent plans. Pushing from one door and one breach is not an option. Like, you need to push from the multiple angles, which will be from the attic as well. For the defense, you try to coordinate a bit more with your roamers. Like, you guys need to understand each other perfectly. There's no point of holding the same angles, and you need, like, roaming is not just like actually roaming around. It's more like covering important places and punishing attackers not to when they're not roam clearing. And don't reinforce some walls that are not supposed to be reinforced, like freezer walls. Especially speaking about the freezer push, we still have one more round, by the way. Speaking about the freezer push, adjust your strat to that. Like they are continuously pushing heavily through the freezer